Hello, hello. I am back to help you do this thing called life. So, y'all, we have been on a journey for some months. I would have to go back and do the research to see just how long. But we were in a series just looking at Jesus, his humanity, all the things that he had in common with us. We looked at his emotions, the temptations that he had, his responses to people, to events, just trying to see what it is that he did to win, because he won every single solitary time. Whew, that was a mouthful. Um, and so I believe we're finished, y'all. We made it through that. And I want you to know, ooh, that was a lesson in consistency. That was a lesson in obedience for me. Thank you for those of you who went on that journey with me. Because there were times when I did not want to talk about that anymore. But I had to be obedient because this ain't my gig. This is his. I'm doing what he says do. So thank you, thank you, thank you for hanging with me. And now we're at a point where, because Jesus has died, and when he gets up, he's getting up with all power. He's getting up as the risen one, as the Christ. And so, we looked at for these past months, we looked at how he was like us. But doggone it, now we need to look like him. The word says that we are the body of Christ. And I remember one time many, many years ago in intercession, I kept hearing the body of Christ, but I kept seeing Jesus on the cross. I kept hearing the body of Christ, but I kept seeing Jesus on the cross. And I'm like, God, what are you showing me? And it was like, although we are the body of Christ, so many times we act like the body of Jesus. The body of Jesus was battered, it was bruised, it was broken. It was because Jesus allowed himself to be. It was somewhat helpless. But the body of Christ, oh, when he got up, he was doing some things. He was eating fish and then walking through a wall. I mean, he would just manifest in a place. He looked so different that the people that were once with him didn't even know it was him. And I encourage y'all today, y'all, from here on out, let's seek to be like the body of Christ. We ought to be doing some supernatural things. We ought to be moving in a way that we've never moved before. So although we spent all that time looking at how he was like us, and it was with reason, because he showed us how to do this thing. He showed us how to win. But now that we are saved and the blood is on us, we know that he can relate to us because of what he went through. He's removed all the excuses for God not knowing how we feel, because Jesus knows how we feel. He's removed all the excuses for us falling into temptation because he won everyone. So whenever we need someone to look at, sometimes we get caught up in looking at men, looking at women, looking at the people in the body of Christ, fivefold ministry, that they are wonderful, but they ain't God. They are not Jesus. There was only one perfect who walked the earth, and it was him. So while it is good for us to be able to see human examples, if anybody that you're looking at ever fails you, don't worry, because all you got to do is look at Jesus. Look at Jesus. He shows us how to live. But now that we've seen how he's like us for the rest of our lives, let's try to be like him. Let's be like Christ. Let's fully walk out what it means to be the body of Christ. All right. Well, y'all, this has been One More Minute with Marcy. I'll be back tomorrow with another moment of momentum-producing inspiration. Until then, stay encouraged. And remember, you got to flutter before you can fly. But flying is in your future. I love y'all.